Hare Krishna. We'll talk about Adik Mas or Mal Mas. I'm one day late because was traveling to Somanath with my students and had a wonderful time. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are talking about Adik Mas or Mal Mas, telling it's very auspicious for spiritual rejuvenation, but on the same time you're not supposed to buy anything new. No marriages are allowed, no housewarmings are allowed. Let's try to understand the scientific and logical explanation about the Adhik Mas. Also, nobody has talked about that how this mass, the month, actually affects your particular Mahadasha. And why I'm talking about Mahadasha, even that I'm going to explain you in this particular small video. We'll talk about all the dashas, from Sun to Moon to Mars to Venus to Mercury, Jupiter, Rahu, Ketu, every dasha. I mean, how this particular month known as the Adhik Mas or Mal Mas is going to affect your horoscope, your Mahadasha. Stay tuned. And I'll also be telling you very important remedies and certain practices that you should follow during this particular month. So let me first share my screen with you to tell you what exactly and how this particular month has been created. And I'll try to keep it very simple. And I'm 100% sure that you'll be able to understand it. So I've already written few things for you. Just look at the screen and try to understand. You see, you all know, I mean, these are very basic things that are taught in our schools. There is one solar year, right? And that one solar year is equal to 365.2422 days. That's called 1 year. And then, the revolution of moon gives you also something known as lunar months. And approximately one lunar month is 29 point something. But 12 lunar months is around 354.367 days. Now you see there is a difference. 365 days, 0.2422, 354.367 days. If you have the difference is 10 days or 10 days and 0.875, and if you multiply this for 3, that means every 3 years there'll be 32.6 days, which is extra or which is the difference between the solar month and the lunar month. Now, it is said when there is no Sankranti in a lunar month, that particular month becomes the Adhik Mas. Now, what is Surya Sankranti? Surya Sankranti is a day which appears every month from 13th of every month to 18th of every month. And it is the time when sun enters a new zodiac sign. And in this month also, sun has entered a new zodiac sign. So what am I trying to tell you? What I'm trying to tell you is that since it is the difference between the lunar and the solar months, so when Surya Sankranti does not occur in a lunar month, so between the lunar months. So what is the lunar month? It is from Amavasya to Amavasya, known as Amanta system or Amanta system, or from Purnima to Purnima, which is known as Purnimanta system. So there are two systems through which we understand or calculate the lunar month. Okay, so it is from Amavasya to Amavasya or Purnima to Purnima. So this is where we try and understand that if there is Sankranti, which should occur in a lunar month, if it doesn't occur, it is considered as the Malmas or the Adhik Mas, and that happens once in 3 years because we've got this 32.6 extra days, which is the difference between solar years solar year and a lunar 12 lunar months, which is also a lunar year, and it accumulates in 3 years. So now you people have understood where have this Adik Mas come from. Very, very logical explanation. If you want to learn how do we calculate a solar month, or how do we calculate a lunar month, you have a lot of data. Otherwise, sometimes if I take a master class with my students over 36 different countries, I can definitely, give you that explanation, logical, scientific, mathematical explanation as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about various Mahadashas. You might be running a Mahadasha, and specifically when we talk about, Malmas or Adik Mas, we talk about Vimshottri Mahadasha system. But before we, go and understand Dasha system and how this month is going to affect uh, the, a particular Mahadasha, let's first talk about what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. This Mas is known as also Purushottam Mas. Purushottam, means someone who is Uttam in Purusha, and one person who's at the highest level in all Purushas is Vishnu, right? Because he has highest level of sattva. So when the Sagar Manthan happens, when the halahal came, the wish came, the poison came, it was Mahadev. And whenever at Bhuloka or within the solar system, right, the mid heavens, if something goes wrong, it is Vishnu who comes and take in charge. So Vishnu says that, if nobody is taking care and everyone is scared about this, the movement of the lunar and the solar system, I'm going to take care of this month. So this month will be called as Adik Mas or Purushottam Mas, and this will be dedicated to me. So whosoever is going to dedicate, these 32 days to Vishnu, I mean, he can take care of his prarabdha, right? And this is a story which is also another significances between Pandavas and Krishna, where Pandavas were very, very disappointed after losing everything, and says what we should do. And Krishna says, you've lost a very important month known as Adik Mas. This is a month in which if you make your prayers, if you keep yourself sattvic, 100% you have ability to change your destiny. There's no doubt about it, right? So what should we do to change our destiny? The first thing is, which is the most powerful thing one can do is, do some sort of sacrifice, tapasya. Now, what sacrifice? What I do, and I've been doing this for many, many years. Whenever I know the cycle of 3 years come, in the last Adik Mas also, I did this thing, was that I quit something I really love for those 32 days. And something I really, really like and really, really love is just smallest thing, like a cup of coffee. So personally, I'm gonna quit my coffee for next 32 days. It's like a child, offering something to Vishnu, that Vishnu, this is I really like, and I will remember you whole my day, and for 32 days that I did this for you, a very small offering. And the thing that I've technically did for you is something that I've did for myself, right? It's not for you, right? You are only a medium. I'm just playing around you and trying to make myself, more conscious about you, right? So if you, can quit something that you really, really like for 1 month, and then keep yourself, Vishnu conscious whole this month, is going to make a difference. This is a tool. Another thing, uh, that you do is you should visit as many astrological or, spiritual places as much you can, right? If you can go to a temple every day, if you can visit some Shakti Peethas, Jyotirlingas, right? If you can visit your favorite temples, it is going to be brilliant. It's absolutely great. On the same time, uh, anything which is new, Like for an example, marriages, housewarmings, buying a vehicle or a car, or buying utensils, right? Or buying anything which is going to be with you for long, long time, and you've invested very heavily. I don't think so. You should do that in this particular month. It is not considered auspicious. Any agreements, any launches, or even if you want to sign or formulate a company, it's not. I think you should avoid that for these 32 days. Now this is from 17th of May to 15th of June. You already know that. And let's talk about the Mahadasha system, right? So since Vimshottri Mahadasha starts from the nakshatra of the moon, so is this Adik Mas has lot of impact on the Mahadasha that you're running. So if you're running Surya Mahadasha, right, it is you know self introspection, and this is the time where you'll have to correct your ego, right? On the same time, you will get certain instances in your life where your ego will be broken, and when the ego breaks, it hurts the most to a person who is extremely egoistic. That's what is going to happen. At the same time, people with Sun Mahadasha, if you were having authority, your authority can be challenged. On the same time, your recognition can be delayed. You know, Technically, this Adik Mas is going to go opposite to the traits of Surya. Right? Surya is little bit ego. It's about name, fame. When you are at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you're shining. Nobody else is allowed to shine except the sun himself. No one else is allowed. Moon allows you in the evening to the stars to shine, but sun does not allow stars to shine. That's the difference between day and night, right? So technically, I mean, if you were looking for some recognition, no, it's not gonna happen. Don't feel frustrated. Pray to Vishnu, self-introspect, do meditation, learn as much you can. Surya is karka of learning, education, right? As much you can, you learn, right? And when you learn, you get the actual Jupiter, which is the Dhyana himself, right? So you get blessings of Jupiter as well. If you introspect, if you meditate, if you learn, if you become more disciplined, quit your ego, try to be not authoritative this year. I mean, this particular month, you'll feel great about this particular month. For Moon Mahadasha, it's going to be so much purification of your emotional stature, right? Whatever status you have emotionally, it's the time to purify that, right? Uh, I mean, somebody was asking me the other day, Navneet, sir, how do you overcome when someone is gone from your life? And as it's not easy, but somehow in some months, some years, you overcome that. But one thing that you don't overcome is the memories of that person. The memories of that person goes with you to the next life also. That's difficult. That's difficult. When you go to bed, you sleep, you remember that person, and that is known as yadein. Yadein nahi jati hain, right? So that's one that is difficult. But again, old memories, and relationship returns. You have a lot of dreams in Moon Mahadasha. If you are into Adik Mas, you will remember those old times that you spent with someone who's not in your life. There'll be a lot of, spiritual, highs and lows that you'll feel in this life, in this particular month, right? So the best thing that you can do is do as much Krishna bhakti as you can, because whenever it is moon, it is Krishna bhakti. Do both the kachis that you have in this Adik Mas. Everyone who's running this dasha must fast a lot. I mean, you should find small reasons to fast, keep yourself purified mentally, physically, psychologically, and do as much nam jap, as much you can, chant the holy names of the God, right? For Mangal Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha, I mean, there could be unexpected, actions around you. Suddenly you can have an extreme stall, in your daily routine. I mean, you were very action oriented, passionate person. Suddenly, you don't want to do anything. You have that breakdown of that, action ability within yourself. There will be instances where you will feel impulsive and you will be tested for your patience, right? That's what happens in Mars Mahadasha and the Adik month or Adik Mas, right? You have to pass that test. You don't have to fail that test under any circumstances. The energy will go inside. When I say go inside, it's time to introspect, meditate, and you'll have a lot of plans, but very less execution. Right? That's what happens, in the Mars Mahadasha and the Adik Mas. If you're running Mercury Mahadasha, right, please do not sign any contracts. You will have to reconsider them. I must tell you that, right? You will have to go back and check them again. There could be miscommunication, which is possible. There could be miscalculation, which is possible. Uh, it is very good when you take up a pen and a diary and keep writing Ram, or Namah Shivaya, or Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, anything, or Durga, or Shiv, anything that you want to write, the spiritual names, keep writing. And if you think your first gods are your parents, so do write one page with the name of your mother and father, right? That's the most powerful, remedy for Mercury. Writing the names of those people who are like God to you, right? Or even you can just keep on writing Ram whole day, right? This will take care of the 17 years of this, Mahadasha. Because every time there is a Adik Mas or a Mal Mas, it is a golden opportunity to, you know, technically bring the positive results from that particular Mahadasha. So if you are running Jupiter Mahadasha, it's highly auspicious month for you. Visit your gurus, visit your teachers, very important, right? Enroll in the courses, enroll in education, vocational courses that were pending in your life. Get initiated if it is possible. If you want any mantra siddhi, this is the month, right? Visiting temples, Shakti Pithas, Jyotirlingas, going to Banaras, going to Somanath, going to Kedarnath. These are the things that you must be doing, in this particular Adik Mas. I mean, if you're trying to expand a business, trying to get married, no, you need to hold on for these next 32 days, right? But this time is very auspicious. The blessings of your gurus can shower on you if you make little bit of your effort. If you're running Venus Mahadasha, right, your luxurious attachments will be tested. You were planning to buy a car, suddenly something will happen, something will hurt you so much that you want to give away the luxury. That's what happens in Venus. I mean, if you're in love with someone, your relationship is on the test for next 32 days. Somehow you'll feel going away from that person. Somehow you'll feel broken from that person, not connected to that person anymore. And this is the time where you have to stop your thoughts. You don't have to be overthinking about certain relationships and luxuries in your life. Otherwise, you're going to trouble yourself. You're going to have breakups. Your luxuries will lose your attraction. You no more want to have a good home, big nice car, nice environment. Just want to give away everything. You don't want that. Suddenly you'll have a very depressed kind of a mindset for your love, romance, luxuries, and everything. But on the same time, if you hold on and you dedicate this month to devotion of your guru, of your teacher, of Krishna, of Ma Lalita Sundari, right, or Namah Shivaya mantra, this Venus Mahadasha I'll tell you a secret. Venus Mahadasha loves Shiva Bhakti. And if you do that Panchakshri, Namah Shivaya, in this particular Venus Mahadasha, honestly speaking, you can change your entire Venus Mahadasha, maybe a negative dasha to a positive to an extremely positive Mahadasha. For Saturn Mahadasha, it's a huge karmic settlement. Uh, you will have tons of unwanted responsibilities coming from here and there. You will be tested on your accountability and responsibility. You'll get a lot of challenges and you'll feel isolated in your life. You'll see, hey, what am I doing here? I was surrounded by people and no one is around me, right? No one is here to help me. How come that level of isolation is coming in my life? Also, people who have a very deep karmic settlement with you, these people are going to come in your life. They're going to meet you. They are going to give and take certain things and then go away and never see you again. So, whosoever is meeting you in this particular dasha, 100% you have a very huge karmic settlement with those people. Okay, for Rahu Mahadasha, it's going to be, this particular month is going to be month of illusions and confusions. Lot of confusions you'll see. There'll be very sudden karmic, you know, settlements that will happen in this particular month, where you'll see someone came, he maybe uh, came for 1 week and took away a lot of your wealth. You trusted him and you lost it. Maybe there's could be an online scam with you with Rahu Mahadasha, right? So this is a very, very dark karmic settlement that is going to happen. Be very careful, right? But in the end of this month, somewhere in the second week of June, this illusion will break permanently, right? So something that you were confused about for a long, long time is going to go away. That's something which is going to happen. That's positive. Rahu Mahadasha requires a lot of Vishnu Bhakti, a lot of Durga Bhakti. So keep on praying to Vishnu Ji, keep on praying to Durga, keep on doing Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, and Vishnu Sahasranama for Adik Mas is for everyone. Right? In the end, I'm going to tell you the overall remedies as well. For Ketu Mahadasha, you're going to feel the highest level of detachment. Also, you can get various, you know, unexpected mystical experiences. Maybe you go to an ashram, maybe you get some omens that are trying to tell you that the God exists and He's always there to help you, help us. You will see you know, some magic some magical mystical experiences in various spiritual and holy places. Must visit, right? Don't feel isolated. I'm sure that Ketu, Mahadasha natives are going to are going to read about a lot of moksha topics. How do I liberate and what can I do to excuse me, to attain moksha, attain liberation? That's something which is going to happen with Ketu people as well. If you're planning to have a dog, don't get dog in the Adik Mas. Wait for 15 June and then get a small puppy at home if you're planning to get one. If you're running the Ketu Mahadasha. So these are certain inputs for your Mahadasha. On the same time, I want you to lit a lamp in front of Vishnuji, Shri Ram, every day. I want you to be vegetarian. I want you to quit alcohol, quit smoking if you can, right? Quit one thing that you love the most for 1 month. Lit a small lamp under the tulsi plant every day, except on Sunday. Visit holy places, learn as much you can, meditate as much you can, write the holy names and chant the holy names. And trust me, these activities are going to wipe off all the negative karmas of the prarabdha. This is, my gentleman promise to you that if you utilize this one particular month, you're gonna thank me for whole of your life. This is what I wanted to tell you about the scientific explanation and your Mahadasha for Adik month or Adik Mas or Purushottam Mas. I'll come up with another video. Till then, Hare Krishna, Har Har Mahadev Shambhu.